Okay, hi everyone. My name is Radhika Rao, and I'm the Senior Director of the Data Center GPU Product Management Group here at Intel. And I wanted to just take some time today to walk you through our portfolio of our accelerator roadmap and talk through some of the products that we have that are aligned with OCP and the OCP spec in the summit. All right, I'm going to start off with our data center silicon roadmap. And as you guys know, we have our Xeon roadmap as well as our dedicated accelerator roadmap here shown. I've highlighted the products that I wanted to talk about today, really looking at the SKUs that are dedicated in the accelerator space, starting with our AI deep learning dedicated accelerator, the Habana Gaudi line. It actually recently changed our branding to Intel Gaudi, so it's been integrated into our full company product line as well. The Gaudi product is really geared towards kind of deep learning training. Many of you have seen some of the latest MLPerf results that we've published on Gaudi 2, so we're really pleased with what it's been able to deliver for all of this new boom in LLM and generative AI space. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a couple of slides, but I also wanted to highlight our HPC and AI GPU roadmap, which is starting with our data center GPU Max series. And some of you may have heard about our Max series product line that is actually in the Aurora supercomputer. So we're really excited to have that GPU be in a large-scale cluster like Aurora with Argonne National Labs. I also wanted to highlight some of the changes that we have for our upcoming roadmap cycle. We talked a little bit about this at International Supercompute, so I wanted to just refresh everybody's memory of the roadmap here. We're taking both the AI compute that is driven by the Gaudi product line and the Habana IP, combining it with a GPU front end, and we're merging those product lines into our next gen GPU, and that will be called Falcon Shores. So this will bring together the IP, the compute IP from the Habana side, the GPU front end from the Max series, and put it together into a GPU for the future. We've really tried to make sure that Falcon Shores addresses the market needs of generative AI, LLM, while also being a really balanced product for HPC as well. And so I wanted to talk about our near-term products today because these two products here are really built on the OCP spec, and so I wanted to just quickly highlight some of those features and some of the plans. All right, so Gaudi 2, as many of you may have seen, we've recently been launching a full pipeline of products here with a lot of customers taking Gaudi 2. You can also see that Gaudi 2 is an OAM 1.0 spec, 1.1 spec, I should say. Comes in a module, and it also is going to be supported in a reference design in a by 8 configuration. So you have a lot of systems out there that are looking at Gaudi 2 at scale. So one of the things that we were able to show over the last couple of months is our MLPerf submission on Gaudi 2 for GPT-3, showing really great performance over competition, as well as part of our full portfolio of products. You'll see Gaudi 2 also have a lot of models supported on Hugging Face, but also with Meta's Llama 2 release. We also did a portfolio view of, and you can see really good performance on Gaudi 2 with the Llama 2 LLM workload from Meta. So Gaudi 2 is available today. We have a box that is with Supermicro. We also have a reference design that we're working with many partners to bring Gaudi 2 to market. Now on the data center GPU side, we have our Ponte Vecchio line. This is the code name Ponte Vecchio. And we also deliver this in an OAM form factor. So we have two SKUs here that are in the OAM module, the 1550 and the 1450. Both are really targeted towards HPC and AI convergence. So you're going to see a good balance of numerics here between things that are required for HPC, things that are required for deep learning training. But as we've seen in the last 6 to 9 months with the explosion of AI, we're also seeing some of the HPC AI convergence happening more rapidly. And that's really where this product is going to be targeted for. Now, the OAM modules can be delivered in 2 configurations from what we're supporting today. It's going to be in a by-4 configuration. This is a carrier baseboard or a custom baseboard that we've designed for these 4 OAMs. And this really supports kind of that 2 CPU to 4 GPU configuration that is ideal for a lot of HPC codes. As you know, the by 8 configuration offers a solution here with 8 GPUs, all-to-all connected, that can really deliver a good training solution. But as we've seen, kind of HPC codes also kind of take advantage of a by 8 configuration as well. So this is another balanced product here, or configuration for HPC and AI. This by 8 configuration is in a universal baseboard. So again, really looking at taking advantage of the open compute spec for OAM modules and for the universal baseboards, and bringing those together here in the platforms that we support on our accelerators. One of the things that we have also done is have a universal baseboard that can support both the Gaudi and the GPU product lines. So again, it's really just highlighting the flexibility that we see with this spec that we're all supporting here today. So recently, in the last 3 months, we introduced the by 8 subsystem UBB design. Our first design here is from Supermicro, and we also have several designs in the pipeline that are coming in that by 8 configuration. I'll just go back 1 slide here. I'll note that the by 4 configuration, which is targeted for HPC design wins primarily, is also available in market today with some of our OEM partners. So both of these accelerator products are really ramping into the market now, especially as we see the demand for AI acceleration with accelerators specifically offloading to them in these configurations come to fruition. All right. I also just wanted to highlight, as part of our roadmap discussion here, that part of the path that we have is not just an open platform spec, but also an open ecosystem that supports it, really to maximize our software impact. And when we say maximize software impact, we're really trying to emphasize that we're minimizing that friction for people to take from getting the product, the hardware, to getting their solution stood up. So as part of that, we've been really focused in on the software side, on the platform side, on an open ecosystem, making sure we are offering choice, compatibility across the product lines, really having workloads and trust and security, and then being able to scale. One of the things that we know is all of these configurations are most important in a large-scale cluster that can deliver for all these large language models that we're seeing come to light. And as we see models grow in the future, we know that we want to be able to have a flexible platforms and flexible hardware that will allow you to scale, but have a seamless software stack on top to let you do that. Our vision really is, with one API and our open ecosystem, is to enable the developer to have freedom of choice and freedom to program once, but then allow them to shift a lot of the hardware underneath, even Intel and competition, so that you really have the ability to choose your hardware that matches your computing needs. Okay, so I wanted to just highlight what that software solution stack looks like. You've heard us talk about one API over the last few years, and we've really built the ecosystem here, and we continue to do that with our developers and our partners. But what that really means is that the hardware underlying, whether it's our deep learning accelerator, Gaudi, or our CPUs, Xeon, and the Core family, as well as our GPU product lines, that we have a layer of abstraction on the one API to have the tools to allow you to extrapolate all the goodness from the hardware, but again, programming once to really meet the needs of whatever application you have there at the top. So this is just kind of giving you a sense of all the different things that we support in our HPC swim lane, in our AI swim lane, as well as our rendering swim lane. So again, I think that we just really wanted to highlight for you today is that our roadmap is really built around an open point of view, having the open platforms as well as the open solution stack. All right. I wanted to make sure that you kind of had a chance to visit intel.com and see some of our AI performance results here. I didn't have enough time to talk about all the performance results, but again, I wanted to highlight two that were really critical for this audience here. In mid-June, we published our inference performance on Llama 2, and we did this across all the AI portfolio. I only talked today about the Gaudi 2 and the GPU, but we also saw great results on our CPU Max product line, Xeon CPU Max, which is our Xeon with HBM memory, as well as our Xeon Scalable processor as well. So again, the Intel portfolio has a breadth of offerings here to really ensure that you can pick and choose and be flexible in your approach for your computing needs. And then of course, just last month, we published our MLPerf performance on Gaudi 2 with some really great results showing how competitive we are with the Gaudi 2 product line. All right, I wanted to also just give a highlight for you guys to be able to see, to try out these products on the Intel Developer Cloud. And if any of you were at Intel Innovation last month, we talked a lot about the Intel Developer Cloud as a place where everybody can evaluate the products, can try the products, and how we're moving towards driving the Intel Developer Cloud to be at scale. So you will have a cluster level deployment in there to try out some of our products, to get a feel for Gaudi 2 performance at a single node at a cluster level as well. And the Max series as well, Ponte Vecchio, you will also be able to try there at this point too. These systems are both available right now, so you can get them at some of our OEM partners, and you can get all those details on our website here. The Developer Cloud is cloudintel.com, and then you can see our two product links for the products that I just talked about today. So that's what I wanted to cover today. I just wanted to give a quick overview of the products. The Intel booth is down the way there, right in the middle, so you'll be able to see some of those products there, especially Gaudi. So I welcome you to join us there. And if you have any questions, then I'll be here so I can answer anything. Thank you so much.